Yo, what's going on? What's going on? This is your boy Jay Will, your host of the Jay Will podcast. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be considered a legal, health, tax advice or professional advice of any kind. We are not responsible. Let me tell you that again, people. We are not responsible for any losses, damages, or liabilities that may arise from the use of this podcast. You can find the Jay Will podcast homepage on rss.com. Under J Will Podcast. To donate to the podcast, you can do so by the donate feature on the podcast page, or you can do it via Cash App at $ J Will Podcast. Follow my music page on Facebook, James Williams Music. This podcast is brought to you by J Will Music Production LLC. For more information, hit me up at leewillj at gmail.com or J Will Music Production LLC at gmail.com. This podcast is also sponsored to you by Charlie's Music Factory. For all of your music production needs, please contact Mr. Kiss Crane at Charlie's Music Factory at gmail.com. All right. If you haven't done so by now, go ahead and download the Live 365 app in your Play Store and look for J Will Gospel Radio, playing the best gospel hits on J Will Gospel Radio 24/7 worldwide. And if you have a music commission, please do so by sending me a mastered MP3 photo and a short bio to leewillj at gmail.com. And make sure that your music is released, and we'll review it and see you can get on the air on J Will Gospel Radio. All right, ladies and gentlemen, homies and home skillets, boys and girls, cats and kittens, dogs and puppies. I have on the horn with me, oh my God, you're not going to believe this, Caleb Collins. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me.
Hey, man, God bless you, man. It's good to have you on. So tell the people where you're from.
Man, I'm from Midwest City, Oklahoma, a small town here. Just not too far away from Oklahoma City, but Midwest City. Mm-hmm.
Man, so how long have you lived there?
Born and raised, man. My family, 3 brothers, man. It's been a pretty good experience here, man. Midwest City's been it's a healthy place, really family oriented town, military town as well. It's been really dope here too, man. It's home. Feel like home.
Yeah. So how long have you been in music?
Man, like really doing music, it's only been a year. Just put out my first record last year. Um, yeah, so I guess just a year. Hasn't been that long, but been in love with it since little bitty boy, man. I mean, been wanting to do this since I was 5, and now I'm like able to where uh, I have the knowledge, and more so than that, like the passion, the will, to do this, man. To do this.
So
Mm-hmm.
any other your family members in music?
Nah, nah. I'm the first. So I'm
Really?
out here looking crazy. Yeah, I'm out here looking crazy. but, but they supportive, man. I mean, my one thing my parents have done, they've always shown me like good quality music.
Yeah.
And Camo, Zap, Prince, of course, Mike Jack, all the old school cast, man. I mean, James Brown, all of that stuff. Everywhere from and then all the way over to Marvin Sapp, Fred Hammond, Israel Houghton, all of that. So I mean, they well versed, but I'm the first like actual musician to really be doing this.
Wow. So, usually you hear like, oh, my mom was church pianist or my dad played bass or drums or something like that, but you the first.
Yeah, my mom, she can sing. She can sing a little bit. She used to
Oh,
sing in a
okay.
church choir. She not as sharp as she was, but she can sing. But Pops is nah. He's straight blue collar working man. Working man.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's where we
Nah,
find our stability from. Hey, to be honest with you, we need more blue collar men in families and stop
facts.
all
Yes,
these
sir.
stop all these juvenile delinquents from being knuckleheads out here in these streets.
Man, man,
You
I'm
know.
mad at that.
So
Agree, man.
so I know we was talking earlier. You said your dad's like into motorcycles.
Yeah, he is. I would say yes. He's always been down to tinker with him and build him. He's even sold a couple. But just because my mom's, and Mimi and all of them, they own him heavy, like about not like getting on him and riding him and being on the streets and stuff. You know, it was scary whenever he would go down to Thunder Alley, which is like a racetrack down here in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Cause he'd come back and he'd be nerding out and he'd be watching all the TV and stuff like that. Um, but my family would always just be on him like, yo, don't go out there and start riding, man. Just stay tinkering with him. But so he always has like a few in the garage, that he's messing with, trying to build up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Me and my little brother right now about to start working on him with him on his Kawasaki and stuff like that. But it's cool, man. Pops is a dope dude.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool, man. That's good to hear though. So now you're gonna be a singer and you're gonna be a you're gonna work on Harleys, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Kawasaki's.
got to, got to, man. Yo,
Yeah,
gotta,
yeah.
gotta get some more habits, man.
So tell me about your musical journey. How did you realize, and we're gonna get to your newest single in a minute,
Yeah.
but when did you realize, man, I think I got the chops to do this?
Um, okay, like the chops to do it. It was like real early. My mom. She did a good job, like just like exposing me to different environments I could sing in. And it was, I guess I would say, like the first time was at Greater Bethel Baptist Church here in Oklahoma City. And they gave me a little solo part, and I went crazy, man. Yo, I went crazy. It was so much. It was like, yo, I once I got to singing, and I saw that I'd won the room, right? Won the room, and I felt the passion. I was like singing. It was unreal. It was just unreal. And since then, it was just like, yo, I really want to do this.
Yeah,
I got invited to sing like at my first at another church. I got invited to sing at another church, and this is like all like I'm like I gotta be like no older than like 7 years old, man. I got invited to sing at another church, and I couldn't get any words out. Just started bawling, and started crying. But I mean, still being this like at all with music. You know what I'm saying? Just being all music. I didn't know what capacity, what genre I wanted to dive into because
yeah.
I loved all kinds of music, man. I mean, like anything from all the old stuff, even like Frank Sinatra's type stuff,
Oh
all
yeah.
the way up to best I ever had and whatever Kirk Franklin was putting out. I was just like, wow, like I didn't know it could all go like this many ways. But when I started worship leading and stuff like that, I was like 19 years old when I like consistently started really doing it and turning and getting mentorship and stuff like that. I was like, man, okay, cool. I want to do this for the Lord. I want to do this for Christ, man.
Yeah.
What I wanted to sound like, I was like, man, I'm just hearing getting introduced to all of these new bands at the time. It was like Elevation, Bethel Music, Hillsong, and it was just again exposing me to, okay, there's not only gospel music, but there's CCM over here.
Yeah.
I'm keep on listening and keep on growing in the genre, and then I ran into Lecrae. Like, okay, cool, I can do it this way. Cool, 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 cool. And a few years ago, man, I'm just like I really wanted to go out and sing in the streets. Like I was just uh obsessed with watching like busking videos and stuff like that, and seeing Cassius do it like just like real raw. And it was like a light bulb moment. I was like, man, how dope would that be if somebody was doing that, but with music that was edifying and pointing straight up to our God, man.
Yeah.
And there's this cat named Ryan Horton. He was already doing that. He was already in New York. Like I had the idea. I didn't know what it should look like though. He's out there doing it. I'm like, cool, dope. So me and my wife, we start going out to the streets together. Start going out to the streets. I'm out here singing, worshiping, ministering to the Lord, praying for folks as folks coming by. Again, like at this time, I'm just a straight up worship leader at the church. You know what I'm saying? And just doing the deal. Well, at the same time, I had songs written, but I didn't want to like get them produced until I was like, this is the lane I want to run down, because I didn't want to sound like anybody. Not that there's anything wrong with um how everybody else was doing it. I just wanted to be true
Yeah.
to the music that I grew up listening to. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So I ran into my best friend Zach, man. And like I was already like messing around with production stuff because I knew I wanted to produce. I not only do I want to write the music, do I want to sing the music. I want to be able to like make it too. I want
Yeah.
to all my hands in the buckets. It's like a strong conviction that I have for the Lord from the start, you know. And so I ran into my boy Zach, and that's when it was like, okay, cool. I know what I wanted to sound like, and now I got somebody who can help me produce it as I play and all of that good stuff, and so I can put these puzzles together, man. So all of that led up to now I'm putting out records consistently. Now
Yeah.
I know which way I'm running. Now it's like, cool, we moving.
So, you know, it's interesting that you wanted to have your hands in the pot because
Yeah.
there was a distinct sound that God was tinkling your ears with and tinkling your heart, tickling your heart with, and you
Mhm.
wanted to produce that and be original. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I get it because sometimes when we listen to other people all the time and we're inspired by other people,
Mhm.
then we we start to think that since it was successful for them to be this way or sound a certain way, that it's going to be successful for us to do the same thing. But that's not the anointing that God has placed on your life to do.
Facts, man, facts. And it's like, man, if I'm not, it's like, man, if I'm out here really sounding like what how I would think about it is, if I'm out here sounding exactly like everybody else, maybe I'm not staying in the vine. Maybe I'm not listening closely enough to God. Man, maybe I don't trust all the music that I grew up listening to. Like maybe like yo. So I mean, in order, I just feel like, man, especially in order for it to like to hit the way it's supposed to, all the lyrics, the rhythms, everything that hit the way it's supposed to, it's gotta sound like you. And for me, it sounds like all the music I grew up listening to, whether if it's pop stuff, whether if it's soul stuff. Yeah, it's gotta be true, man. It's gotta be true.
Yeah, I mean, but I want to go back just a minute
Okay.
because
Yeah.
you and your wife was in the streets and you did like this, so I assume you play guitar.
Yeah, I do.
So you out there with your guitar and you how did you so it's okay, so it's kind of hard for husbands to get wives to grind like that. You know where I'm going with this, right? It's kind of
Go ahead. You gotta say it. Go ahead. You
it's
gotta
kind of
say it.
hard for husbands to get wives to go out like that. You know,
Yeah.
it, it's hot out there. It's sweating people out there. I don't know them people. You know what I'm saying? It's
Facts.
how did
Yeah.
you how did you how were you able to pour into your wife enough for her to trust you
Mm,
to know that God is leading you to do this and not only have her blessing to go out there and do it,
mm,
but she went with you, man. How did you pull that
mm.
off?
Yo, my wife was actually she was actually the one like who was really pushing me to like really do it.
Oh
It's
man.
funny, it's crazy because like when we had originally when we had met, um, she knew I could sing and all of that stuff. She knew I could. She had saw me like worship lead and all of that stuff, and we had deep conversations for like how I feel about music, and I just started showing the songs that I had already written. And at this time, I was serving at a local church. I still serve at a local church, and she would hear me writing. She would sit in the room and hear me processing music. And she's from Atlanta, so she grew up in a culture that was like music was so accessible. Like you could go to the studio. Like she it was so accessible to her. So it
Yeah.
didn't make sense to her that I wasn't already doing it. And so she was
Ah.
like, yo, you need to be doing it. I don't know how. You make it. I know I want to make it, but you know what I'm saying? So when I brought the idea a few years prior to us actually going out in the streets and ministering and stuff, she clowned me a little bit at first. And then we both saw Ryan Horton, and she was like, yo, let's come on, like come on. She came on, she bought me my first keyboard, and she was like, so long story short, she's always believed like in the music. She's always believed in the vision. She's always believed in the calling and the passion that God has put on my heart. And so whenever I was trying to figure out, yo, how are we gonna get footage of this though? Because this is really awesome. This is really dope. She was like, she was like, we can do it. We ain't got money to pay for a videographer. She's like, I'll do it. So we went out and yo, another blessing came out the blue. Well,
Wow.
I say that, but my pops, he had gotten the newest iPhone, and he didn't feel like figuring it out, and he was like, "Hey, come get this phone." So I'm like, "All right, cool." I got
Yeah.
the newest phone, and she was like, "Cool, we just gonna go out and we gonna point the camera, and we just gonna film it all." And she's been a stepper ever since, man. I mean, and over time, like she's gotten so much better. Just like she's a real videographer. She goes
Wow.
out, she films. I get all the footage back, and I go in and I edit. I do all the zooms and all that stuff. Everything from content that you see on Instagram. That's like 99% her. She's a stepper,
Wow.
man.
Wow.
She's beautiful.
Man, that's awesome though that the two of you have you know, that in common, which
Mhm.
keeps you closely working together. So
Yeah,
and I don't know how long you've been married. I would think that you're probably in your 20s.
yeah. I'm 20. I'll be 25 next month. We coming up on year 4.
Okay, so
Hmm.
y'all been married 4 years,
Hmm.
and y'all are working ministry together.
Yeah,
Dude, I can't begin to tell you, how awesome that is, bro.
man. I
Like,
mean, yeah.
and so I okay, I gotta pull out Daddy J Will right now. Don't mess this up.
Okay. No,
Don't
thanks.
mess this up,
No,
man.
thanks, man. Oh man. Dang, you fell over.
Don't
Facts.
mess this up. Hey,
I couldn't.
because I'm telling you, it's hard to find women that are willing to get down and dirty.
Yeah, man.
When if the husband has a vision and they don't quite understand the vision at the moment, but then they rock with you anyway to help you fulfill the vision. That's awesome stuff, man.
Yeah,
That's awesome stuff, and I appreciate that, man.
man. I'm saying my heart is full. My
Yeah,
heart is
yeah.
full.
So let's get down to. So I got your latest single.
Hmm.
Tell the people about your latest single before I give my editorial on it. Tell the people your title and when did you drop this single?
So it's called Hands to the Sky. It was dropped last Friday, and it is, man, yo, my favorite. It's literally my favorite record. I think I've produced and written so far. Yo, if it's just one of those records that's like really giving hope out, man. Keep your hands into the sky. I mean, why? Cause yo, when you live in a life in submission to the one true God, joy is coming, help is coming, comfort is
Yeah.
coming, Jesus is coming. So it's like if we can live with our white flags up 24/7, the Lord promises that He's gonna be there with us. I will never leave nor forsake you. And if you remain in me and I in you, apart from me, you can do nothing. But with me, you will bear much fruit. That's a promise, man. It's like that's not an open ended statement. It's like, yo, stamped, put it in stone. If you stay with me, you are gonna bear fruit.
Wow.
All of. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Amen. Not just any kind of fruit. We're talking
Nah.
Galatians chapter 5 fruit.
Yeah. Man. Man. I'm saying, gotta have the fruit of the Holy Spirit, man. You gotta
Yeah.
have it. It's like life does not have to be life doesn't have to be hopeless. It doesn't have to be joyless. Those are decisions that we all make. Though naturally that we have hills and valleys and all of that stuff, man. Yo, we don't have to do all of that alone. You don't have to.
No.
So like, why live? Why live like you need? Like you have to be lonely when there's a God who is offering, like joy, kindness. Like, just stop right there. He's offering you joy.
Yeah.
It's offering to feel you full of kindness. Like, yo, if I can walk around with a smile on my face every single day, why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that song is. I'm just like, yo, I know somebody who bridges all the gaps. His name is Jesus. And if you call
Yes.
on him, you call on him. If you believe in him, he gonna bring you home, man, and get everything.
Yeah. So yeah. So walk me through the process of you creating a song. You all right, you watching football, you know what I'm saying, or you watching basketball, you watching the Oklahoma City Thunder, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you
Oh,
just sitting
yeah.
down there and you saying, "Oh man, he just missed a free throw. Keep your hands to the sky." Like walk
Man.
walk me through this.
Okay. So really, it was one of the this one, though I was just cranking out a bunch of songs, and I was just having a day where I just needed I was having a moment. I just needed to be creative. I was working on a different record. It was like kind of just wasn't coming out the way I was wanting to, and I just needed to keep on being creative, just keep on trying to push stuff out. And so I go through and I'm literally going through like finding like looking at different samples and stuff like that. And there's this one, keep your hand to the sky. And I'm like, yo, okay, cool. Now I'm sitting with it. I'm literally just sitting with it. Cause I don't like riding from places that's like just empty or that I don't really feel.
Yeah.
But my target, I knew my target. I have been writing a whole lot on the topic of um like surrendering, of white flag, just surrendering. And so I just kept that process going. So as I found that little sample, that little vocal sample, yo, it was just let me call my boy up, throw some keys on this, man. And so just me and the homies just got together, threw it together. At least not threw it together, but like,
I know what you mean.
yeah, man, just really just sat with it. So I sat with the song, put the heart in the song. I already knew what direction I wanted to go to. It was just that one line, and after that, the song was written in like 15 minutes, man. This one was like literally, I just need to be creative right now. I need to be creative right now.
Let me tell
And
you,
then,
the song is so dope.
man, thank
The
you. I
the
appreciate
whole vibe,
that.
yeah, the whole vibe and feel, and your
Yeah,
vocals are phenomenal, man. Like
thank you, man.
you got the goods, man.
Man, did that right here in this room. Yo, that right in
Yeah.
this room.
Hey, bro,
Man,
let me tell you, techno aren't you glad? Aren't you thankful for technology?
no, like, yo, it's
Because you could do
I,
stuff, you could produce quality stuff, you know, right there.
I, I couldn't imagine having to. I couldn't imagine the struggle of folks back in like the '60s and the '70s having to keep the idea in your head until you get to the studio. Like, man,
Yeah,
oh, yo, I couldn't imagine. That's a struggle. Unless you got like tape recorders right there by you. Thank God for technology, man.
that's
Man.
insane. So tell the people if they wanted to find this song, how can they do that?
It's on all streaming platforms, so you can go on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon. You can also go to my Instagram, Caleb Dot Collins underscore, and I have a link in my bio. You click and you can choose whatever platform you want to go and listen to it on. But Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, all your mainstream platforms and stuff like that, it's available to listen to.
So you have a Facebook, you have a music page on your Facebook.
Yes, sir. Facebook, Caleb Collins. You can go in there and you can look at all of that stuff as well too, and you'll see all the content that'll point you back to like all my links and stuff like that where you can find it. But Instagram is Caleb Dot Collins underscore. Facebook is just Caleb Collins. TikTok is as well, same as Instagram, Caleb DOT Collins.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
So, if somebody wanted to book you to come sing, shoot them an email address.
Email address is gonna be calebcollins2000 @gmail.com.
They
But
tell them one more time.
Collins, so CALEVCOLLINS 2000 @gmail.com.
Yeah, man, because I'm sure once they start hearing this, and I've been playing it on my radio station, J Will
Appreciate
Gospel Radio, ladies and gentlemen. Go to your Play Store and download the Live 365 app and type in J Will Gospel Radio, and you can listen to 24/7, and you can listen to Brother Caleb Collins and his new single,
it.
and you can hear you'll be lifting your hands up to the sky. I promise you, when you hear this song, it has such a great urban vibe, but with a traditional practical message behind the song. It's urban
Yeah.
feel, but it's traditional in its message. Man, kudos to you, man.
Mm,
So how many projects have you done?
appreciate it. So have I done? I've only put out, I think, like maybe seven. But I got like literally I have like 25, 30 more on the way. I got another one dropping this Friday. After that, I got another one dropping 2 weeks. 2 weeks after that, I'm working up to an EP, which should be releasing. I'm trying to decide. It's looking more like June, which will have just like all of my first few records that I put out, more like a storytelling EP. But yeah, not too many so far, but a whole lot is coming out. A whole lot.
Hey man, you said seven. You've done seven projects that are released.
Yeah, just some singles. Just some singles.
Yeah.
They all just singles, man.
So I guess I don't know. Maybe I got the gray hair. You see the gray hair, right?
Yeah, I
You
do.
see the gray hair. So I'm trying to figure out. Seven minus one is six.
Yeah.
So you owe me six projects. you owe me,
Okay.
you
Okay.
owe me, you owe me six songs, bruh. Like
Got you.
you know, done
Got you.
seven, and I only have
Yo,
one. And I'm
man.
sure all the rest of the projects are just as dope as this last one.
They
So
dope,
I
man. Yeah,
I need those, man.
I got you. I'm like some of them are like a little more pop. I got different airs. I got different all kinds of different sounds that I'm getting out of me. You know what I'm saying? So I got come a little closer that I send to you. Four walls I send to you. His loan I'm gonna send to you. The blood I'm gonna send to you. You know I got some covers and stuff that I can send as well. But yo, just
Hey
slay
man,
it,
I'm
man.
just
You gonna
telling you.
love them.
Hey, I'm already digging it because what we need. So one of the things that I look for, and ladies and gentlemen, if you listen at this, please pay close attention to the details in which I'm getting ready to gurgitate. Um, when I'm listening to music to upload on my station, I'm listening for something that sounds different, but
Mm,
has good quality. And so a lot of times it goes back to our earlier conversation is when we talked about you wanted to find your own sound.
yeah.
You wanted your own musical identity so that you wouldn't sound like everybody else. Because I know several radio station owners, and the one thing that we all talk about is that a lot of the music sounds alike. If you
Yeah,
hear
man.
you hear one worship song, it sounds
Yeah.
like the last worship song. And I had a conversation with a friend of mine that owns a radio station a couple of weeks ago, and he sent me a quartet song that somebody had submitted. And he was like, I don't really know about this quartet song right here. I said, hey dude, it
Uh,
sounds like all the other quartet songs. Play it. you know, but that's the kind of conversation we're having. So to hear you want being inspired to sound different, dude,
hmm
you've already advanced farther than most of the music submissions that I get on a daily basis. because
Wow,
it
man.
doesn't sound, it sounds different and it's you. It's authentic to your personality. You know, good job, man.
I appreciate that. I mean, I really try to follow the blueprint of like, I mean, and I gotta give like a lot of thanks to my parents for this, like just for real, just like raising me and like raising me, like while raising me, showing me great artists, man. Like all the greats, all the folks who have lasted, all whose folks message, like they all sound different. I mean,
Yeah.
you even listen to India Ari, she does not sound like Erica Badu. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Like all the greats have lasted for so long because they sound like themselves.
Yeah.
And like I don't see I don't see the value in somebody in myself trying to sound like Bethel, you know what I'm saying, or trying to sound like Fred. They already did it. They already did it, and Fred
Yeah.
is already iconic. He's already did it. I'm gonna go rinse and repeat. Nah, but you can take bits and pieces. You can take ingredients. So that's all I'm trying to do. I mean, I talk to my boy Zach about this all the time. I really want we gotta like this EP that's about to come out here soon. It's about to be like modern pop. It's like one soulful song on there, but it's a lot of modern pop, and we got one worship record on there and stuff. And I'm always like kind of afraid because folks that are my age, they're used to one category, like just sonically, and I'm like, man, like I hope this hits, man. And so, but then you listen to it, man, like you finish the song, and I'm finding a lot of I find a lot more peace whenever I go to whenever I go to God, and I'm able to bring this to Him proudly and be like, "Yo, I'm submitting this song to you proudly." And if it does what I'd like it to do, cool. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna be happy with my music first, no
Yeah.
matter what anybody else thinks. And if you know my age, younger or older, I have to be proud of this because I mean, it's me. Yeah, it's
It,
me. It's yeah,
yeah.
man.
Who else can be a better you than you?
Facts. Yeah,
You know,
that's.
I have my little brother is a beast. He does such great music, wonderful music, but his
Yeah.
music fits his personality.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm writing music and I'm producing music, it has to fit my personality, and that way people will appreciate your music more because
Yeah.
it's you.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm trying to sound like Hezekiah Walker or John P. Key.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Jay Will. And
Yeah.
that's what people expect. That people expect us to hear Caleb. You
Yeah.
know, they don't want, I
Mm.
mean, they didn't call you to the church to sing so you can sound like Jonathan McReynolds.
Another
The
legend. Oh my goodness. That dude is a
the bro
living legend.
yeah,
Man.
the brother can go, but
Man.
he's
Incredible.
not that's not your personality. His singing style fits his personality. So like, other people like Michael Stampley, th- those
Mm.
cats are, you know, iconic in the gospel, praise and worship sect. But
Yeah.
that's them. They found their personalities and you found yours, and it's definitely working. And I'm just happy for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do.
So
Thank you so
what
much.
in pursuing your musical endeavors though, there's
Mm.
always those times that are rough. Tell me about
Yeah.
a rough time that you had in doing this process of producing these records.
Trying to find the right musicians that I want to play alongside. Man, like I've wasted I've wasted a few $100s, man. Nah, yeah, I say a few thousand. I'm not even cat, man. My wife
Yeah,
knows we've talked about this, and it's been a struggle because I want it's like it has to sound pristine. It has to last longer than me, and some cats, man, they're not really as tenacious as I may be, and they may lag behind a little bit. And I've had one cat, man. I get it. Life is busy. Like life happens. And bro, you can take like an hour or two, like to get me the cut that I need for whatever specific instrument. You know what I'm saying? And so I do my best not to be dishonorable. And I'm just like, bro, thank you for the work you've done. Boom, I'm gonna still pay you, and just I'm just not gonna work with you. I'm just not gonna work with you again. And that's kicked me in my behind a few times. But when I found folks like when folks like Zeka, who is cold, like my homie Zeka, my best friend Zach, who is amazing, my other homie Harrison, who's dope. It's just like I'm just after this really going before the Lord and being patient and having to really learn the craft myself so that I can fill in all the gaps. Like Hands to the Sky, though there were some musicians that played on it and stuff like that. Yo, like that was done by me, man. And
Wow.
I'm able to send it, and then I'm able to put the record all the way together now through all that rough stuff, and I'm able to fly it over and be like, yo, send it to my boy. All right, can you mix and master this? He's so excited about it. He's like, "Yo, I got it. I got an idea. Can I please do something, bro? Yes, go ahead and try it, bro. If it's whack, we're not gonna do it. But go ahead, try it real quick, bro. Let's see. Yo, the outro is crazy. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's use it, bro. Let's mix it and master it. And so it's just been and then also like can't listen to everybody. There's
Yeah.
so many people who want to give so it's like so many people who want to give advice. And though I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. That you would think so much of me that you want to give me advice and help me along. Also, it's just like, man, respectfully, you've never been there. You have been there, so I can't really take to heart and put a pen and paper to everything you're saying. I mean it sounds awesome. But yo, are you really paying attention to what is actually going on in music of today, or are you giving an old blueprint that I already know about? You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right.
So, and that's like so I've lost money really doing this, and because I believe in it, and my wife as well, she's like, "Yo, it's okay, keep going," and she's pushing me to just like learn how to like complete every single record, complete the record, and I go to my homeboy and we put our heads together. How can we make this better? Like this? Cool, let's do it, bro. And so, yeah, man, trial and error.
Yeah, I feel you. It's so it's difficult to try to find cats that will understand where your mind is musically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
how I feel about it and what groove I'm really looking for. Sometimes it's kind of hard to translate it to people who who have been groomed to just do it one way. And so
Yeah.
sometimes when you think outside of the box, it is harder to find people to collab with, man. I know. I'm with you, brother. I mean,
Yeah.
I've had the same issues, man. For real, this is a funny story. So I sent a track to a fella in America. We won't say where they're
Mm.
from, but I sent a track to a fella in America to to lay drums. And
Mm.
when they sent me my track back, they changed the click track that I had in there.
See, man, I ain't asked for all that, bro.
I just asked you to lay drums.
It's actually what he trusts.
I just asked you to lay drums, and they
Man.
did it. They changed the click track, and it changed the whole feel and the flow of the song so
Oh,
bad.
man.
So hey, it was so. Now what he did was good, but it wasn't the feel I was looking for.
Right.
To the point to where I just put the song on the back burner and ain't touched the
Mm.
song in like 4 years.
Wow. Oh, yo.
I was bitter.
Oh.
It's like, man, this dude don't put this poison in my music. So I feel you, man.
Poison is crazy.
So
Poison
to
is
work,
crazy.
yeah, to work with people, who you trust that are going to feel
Yeah.
your vibe, and the more you work with those people, the better your music is going to get. Because
Yeah.
George Clinton and Parliament. I know this. George Clinton and Parliament. Those guys were working together for so long. James Brown was working together so long with those cats.
Yeah.
Because he was talking about hit me the downbeat. Tap, tap, tap. They already knew where to go. They knew
For
what
real,
that
yeah.
meant. They knew what that meant. And
Yeah.
and that's a beautiful thing, man. So you keep grinding, man. Like your wife said, don't stop, man. And the Lord's gonna give you, more depth to what you're doing, so that you'll be able to do all this stuff yourself.
Yeah,
Like I
man.
only have a couple of cats that are allowed to lay tracks for me.
Man,
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah. It's like
organ,
I'm
organ keys and auxiliary. I'm laying that stuff myself.
Oh, he's on the organ. Dang. What?
Boy, man.
I'm gonna stop playing
Yeah,
with you. All right.
good, bad. Some people say it's all right. Some people say it's bad. But if the organ on my tracks, on my music,
Yeah.
that I release sounds bad, so what? It's mine.
It's mine, man. It's
If it sounds bad, it sounds bad. If it sounds good, it sounds good. But I did it myself. Nobody else to blame but me.
Yeah,
You
man.
know.
Yeah, man.
But
I'm
man,
starting to learn that. Like your certain folks you gotta work with is small. Should be small.
bruh, some people I work with is
Mm-hmm.
small. But man, I really appreciate your time. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to hit me up at leewillj@gmail.com. And you need to get this new single. Tell them again how to get this single, sir.
All right, you can go to my Instagram. You can go to my Instagram, Caleb DOT Collins _ TikTok, Caleb DOT Collins _ Facebook will be just Caleb Collins, and it's on all streaming platforms to go listen to. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, we're gonna keep our hands to the sky. Ladies and gentlemen, don't hang up, sir. We want to rap to you a little bit more after we get done. But ladies and gentlemen, may the Lord God bless you. Oh, wait a minute. Don't wait till you get sick to go to the doctor. Get yourself checked out, get your A1C, blood pressure, and cholesterol, all that good stuff checked out. And don't wait to get life insurance. Make sure that you don't leave your family strapped in case something happens to you. I'm a vegetarian, so I won't be buying your chicken dinners. But I know some people that like chicken dinners, and we tired of selling chicken dinners, trying to pay for your funeral services. Get some life insurance. If you don't know anybody, I know some people. I promise you, I know some people that sell insurance that can help you out whole term, or whole term life insurance, or whatever terms they got. See somebody. All right, until the next time, may the Lord God bless and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you, and may the Lord God give you peace.